Hello and welcome to How Do You Build That with me, KingZee. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is KingZee. Welcome back to the tutorial world. In today's episode, I'm going to be attempting to show you guys how to build some castle walls. Last episode, we built this awesome gatehouse that is from my survival world, which I have a series on called KingZee's Empire. If you're brand new to my channel and you like this tutorial, make sure to check out that series. A lot of the builds that I'm going to be doing here are actually inspired or taken directly from that world. This wall is no exception. It's not exactly the same as my wall, but it's heavily inspired by it. And this is actually a little mini series here in the How Do You Build That series where I'm actually going to be building a castle. So we started off the gatehouse, we're building some walls. Next episode, we'll probably do some towers. We'll work on the main keep after that and maybe fill out the rest with a small little town inside. So stick around, there's gonna be lots more videos coming out soon. All right, so for the build palette today, we're trying to stick with the theme of the rest of the build. So we're gonna be sticking with stone variants. You're gonna need smooth stone stairs and slabs, cobblestone stairs and slabs, andesite stairs and slabs, stone brick stairs and slabs. You're also gonna want cobblestone walls, stone brick walls, and chiseled stone brick for a little bit of extra detail. And that's basically all we need for today. So you probably already saw these blocks in the time lapse of me leveling out the terrain a little bit, but this is the layout for the wall. Going from left to right, we have a 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3 on this section of wall. And over here, from right to left, we have a 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5. So to start out this build, what I'm going to do is actually get rid of these blocks, replace them all with stone brick. Just like that, I'm going to bring all of these up 6 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to take this 6 high all the way around now. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Just replace my blocks here for the layout and then go back through and make everything 6 tall. And now that we got the base of our wall done, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to mix in some of the andesite, some of the cobblestone, and some of the smooth stone just to give us a nice texture similar to our gatehouse. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna come back over here to the 3 wide section on the right-hand side of our gatehouse here. And what I'd like to do is match the blocks I'm gonna use for the pillar for the same blocks that are up front here to mix them up just a little bit if they're like the same texture. So you can go through and on every 3 wide section of the wall here, we're just gonna add this pillar right here in the center and we're gonna copy the blocks that are there. So you don't need to do it on this section here, but you need to come over here and do it here, here. On the 5 wide, you wanna do it right in the center. Can mix up the blocks a little bit. Back to another 3 wide. We're gonna mix these up as best we can. So now you had something that looks like this. And on the 5 wide, there's something a little bit different here. So you're gonna skip a space and you're actually gonna place a block here. Skip a space on this side, place a block there. All right, so back over to our first 3 wide section. You're gonna start off placing an upside down stair, wall of your choosing, and then you want your chiseled stone brick right on top of there. And on either side of this pillar, you want to stair facing towards the pillar on either side to give you this look right here. And you want to do that for every 3 wide section, so this one as well. And don't forget to place your stairs at the bottom. Just gives you a little bit of extra depth and detail. You can even start with that if you'd like. Now as we get to the 5 wide, it's the same thing in the center. Place your stair, your wall, your chisel stone block. And then on the interior here, you want to do the same thing. Just have a stair facing like this. And on these blocks here, you just want to place a stair that way and that way to give you a little bit more extra depth. And on the side of these, you can also, either you can use a stair or you can actually use a slab just to keep that little extra bit of depth right there. And then if the terrain needs to be changed, go ahead and change it. What I'll probably do after this is actually terraform this area to be stone. It'll give it a little bit better look, make it a little bit more fortified, like it's not standing on dirt, it's actually standing on a stone base, which is a lot nicer. And we're just going to continue our pattern. Just like so. So now you should have something that looks like this. All right, so now we're gonna have the top portion of the wall. What you want to do is come to the side of your chisel block, put a stair on either side. Then you're gonna take a block, full block here, place it on either side like that, and then you want another stair facing like this in the middle. With this stone wall, it's just mainly to give us a little bit more depth, and it's a lot easier to see in something like shaders. And then once you're done with that, you want to come to the side here and place another stair off to the side, another stair off to the side like that. And then on top of all your stairs, you want to place a solid block, so you can do something like this, just like so. And it'll give you a nice look to finish out your wall. And then in here, I'm gonna place a solid block there. And you can either leave these little openings just to give yourself a little bit more depth and detail, or you can go ahead and take slabs and place them along the back side of these walls. It gives you a little bit more height when you're standing on them like this. You can see out of them a little bit better, as opposed to what this looks like right here. Not a whole lot of vision there. Or you can leave them open, it's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them open for this build. And we're gonna repeat this pattern to this one as well. It's a little bit more tricky once you have another pillar right in front of you. So what I'm gonna do here is actually place our blocks just like so. Get our full blocks in here like that, and see some of these will actually be covered up from that section there. Get our stair in here, and then you're also gonna want your stair facing outward like that. Place your blocks in the center, and right here in the corner, it's just going to be a closed off section here. We can actually probably replace that with another block to give it a little bit better look like that. And I'll come back to this little 90-degree turn in a little bit. So what we're actually going to do is move on to this section here. And we're actually going to leave this open as well, because we're coming into the part of the wall that's going to push outwards a little bit. So you want the wall that is like one block forward to actually be the block that overtakes this wall, similar to how this one does. It just is a better look for one, and it's a lot easier to build in that way. So I'm actually going to start this one as well. Try to make it look as good as possible. We're going to leave this one open, and then right here you can see exactly why we're going to do that, because this portion of the block is going to come over the top, and now we can place our blocks how we feel like they should be. Something like this will do just fine. We're gonna leave this one open. And now we're coming to the 5 wide section. The 5 wide section is a little bit different than the 3 wide section, but it's pretty similar. So we're gonna come through, we're gonna add our stairs on either side of the chisel block. We're gonna add our blocks on top of there, add our upside down stair in the middle, have our stair facing outward on either side, and then come back through and add these little guys up top. And then what you can do, I usually use stairs right here, but what I think might look a little bit better is if we use full blocks here, or if you turn the stairs like that, might give you a little bit better look, give you a little bit better definition. So what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna turn these inwards like this. You wanna place a block, a solid block directly underneath that, and you're gonna place a stair here. It just gives you that little bit of extra depth on the 5 wide wall. You can see it from the side really well, how it kind of juts out. And then to connect this a little bit better, what you can do is place a block like that. So it gives you this whole look right here. So we're gonna do that again on this side. We're gonna place a block below this upside down stair, and then place a upside down stair below that block to finish out the look right there. And then we'll go ahead and drag another block, another upside down stair to give us this corner stair here. And then we're gonna finish out the last 2 3 wide walls, just like so. And then top these off with a few blocks if you're choosing. So one more time, we're gonna finish this off right here. Upside down stair, full block, upside down stair, full block, and that will finish out our wall, minus the fact that I forgot to do this little section here, which you can finish out right now. And that is the exterior wall pretty much done. We just got to finish up this corner piece here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to build out this corner just a little bit. It's like that, and you're going to place another block on top of here just to make it match these blocks here. And it still gives it that nice little pass through when you're walking up here like this. You'll have a nice view. And then down below here, we're going to drag one of these blocks down. Same on the other side. So I'm going to have this block facing this way just to give us that little bit of extra depth. This one's going to do the same on this side. And then right here, we'll have a block facing this way coming down. And then down below here, what we can do, place a block here and a block here. Then I'm going to place a stair here and here. I'm actually going to get rid of this dirt block here, place some stone around here, because like I said, I'm going to be changing up the terrain a little bit as I go. And then what I'll do to finish this off, because you can see it looks all right here, but once I add a little bit of extra depth there, kind of brings everything together. And that is our finished corner piece. All right, now that we got that side done, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did over there. I'm going to put a pillar in between every wall like this. I'll add the stair on top, a wall, and then a chisel stone brick at the top. And then what I'll probably also do is add the stairs on either side here. I'll put in a few blocks to the top, and I'll even put the stair in the middle. And I'm going to do that for every single section of wall here. Now that I'm done doing that, I'm going to come back through. I'm going to add the walls here on every side, and then I'll place my stone blocks on top just like this to give us our finishing look here. And then I'll do the bottom stairs as well. And you can see just how easy it is to build this wall here. And I'm starting on this wall because as I move on to the next section of wall, it'll be in front of the one beside it. So this wall will overtake this wall, which will overtake this wall, which will overtake this wall, which makes this little piece here a little bit easier to do. So like right here on a 5 wide, I'll show you how to do this transition real quick. So I'm gonna place a stair facing this way, stair facing this way. We'll have a stair right here. It'll actually turn this one, it'll give you a little bit extra depth there as well. And then you can come back through and add your blocks on top of there just like that. And then here you're gonna skip a block, place a block on top, place a block on top, and then here we want to do the same thing for the 5 wide. We'll have a stair facing this way, do another stair facing this way, and this one will actually have a little gap here. It'll give you a little bit extra depth. Place your block on top of your stair, block on top of your stair, block on top of your stair, and that's how the transition should look. And real quick, just so you guys can see this again, stair here, solid block, and then a stair of your choice and a stair of your choice for the 5 wides here. And the 3 wides, you just do the same thing we did with the other one. So I'm going to run through and complete the rest of this wall really quick. And that'll complete our wall. And if you notice, what I did here is actually there was a grass block here, and instead I just swapped it out for a stone block to bring the wall all the way down. And you'll see down at the base, there's this little jagged edge right here. What you can actually do is place another stair around here just to give yourself a little bit of extra depth in there, and just fill up the terrain where you need to. You can even take away some of this terrain and bring some of the wall down as well. Now let's move on to the back half of the wall here. All right, so I haven't fully figured this out in my survival world just yet, but I think doing this tutorial might help me out a little bit. You want the exterior wall looking really nice. You want it really detailed, you want a lot of depth, because this is going to be the thing that they see coming in. But on the interior, you're not going to need that much going on. We're going to put some buildings in here. We're going to be covering up the wall. We're going to be hiding the wall behind buildings, behind trees, behind little bits of farmland. Maybe towers will be sprouting up here and there. So your eye's not going to be focused on the interior section of the wall when you're coming in here. The main thing I want this wall to do is have the ability to walk all the way around. Eventually we'll make it possible to walk all the way through here, have a staircase leading down somewhere. But the main thing I want to focus on right now is having a walkway here and making it look at least halfway decent on the interior. So what we're going to do, so I want to get the walkway. This is going to be my walkway right here. And obviously you can tell we're going to have some spots here where we're going to be missing, we're going to be falling. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place blocks where I think they need to be in a few different spots. Trying to keep the same variance that I have going on right here. We don't need to place any. And then right here, we'll need to place another block here. Now that we have that going on, we have an entire walkway here. What I want to do now is actually form the wall. So instead of placing it right here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come inside one. So if you're looking from the outside, you'll see just little tiny glimpses of the castle on the interior if you're up high enough. So I'm going to remove these blocks. So I'm only going to keep this one high all the way around. I'm going to delete this block here. I don't want to keep any of those little corner pieces. Come all the way around here, delete this one again, keep placing blocks, get rid of this one, keep placing blocks. I have to get rid of this one, but I'm going to place this block first, and now I'm going to get rid of it. Keep placing blocks all the way around, get rid of that block, keep going, and I'll get rid of this one, and then I'll keep going all the way up to here. And I'll go back through and texture this a little bit, but what I want to do now on the interior, I'm going to skip a block, I'm going to place another block, I'm going to skip a block, place another block, skip a block, place a 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 block. You get the idea. All right, now that that's done, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come through, I'm going to texture a little bit. I'm going to add variance to the wall here and there. We're trying to keep the same theme we have going on with the rest of the wall. We don't want it to look totally out of place, so this is why we're doing this. And then we're going to want a few of these andesite blocks as well, just to give ourselves a little bit more variance here. All right, now you actually have a functional walkway, which is great, but on the interior, it just still doesn't look that great. I'm gonna place a block right here. I'm gonna place a stair. And I will move one block over. I'm gonna place a stair. Move one more block over. I'm gonna place a block, and then I'm gonna place a stair. And now this block right here is where our walkway is. So what I want to do here is place a stair underneath there, and then a stair up top. So we'll have 2 stairs. So block, stair, stair, block, stair, stair, stair. Then we'll come over here. We'll place a stair here, place a block, and then a stair. And then right here, we're gonna have 2 stairs. So stair, stair. And you can see this gives you a little bit of detail, a little bit of overhang, but not much. You don't really need much, like I said, on the interior. And then right here on these corner bits, we can actually just place another stair. Kind of ties it into the way we have it everywhere else. So something like this. So right here, I'm actually gonna place a stair, a block, and then a stair, and then a stair, and this one's going to be a double stair, so we're going to do stair and a stair. And you can see it's kind of tied together a little bit. It doesn't look half bad. It's not the greatest. Like I said, we're going to come back through here. We're going to add a bunch of cool stuff later, so this doesn't matter that much. And if you come in here, I think you can actually remove these, and it'll give you a little bit of extra walkway right around here. You can't do it in many places here, but I'm going to do it right here just to give us that little bit of extra room up top. So let's go ahead and continue this. We're going to go block, stair, stair. This is going to be a 2-stair one, so we're going to do a stair and then a stair, and here's another just block and a stair, a regular stair, a block, and then a stair. And actually we're coming up to this little corner piece. I think we can leave it though. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward as far as how it looks right here, but I don't need it to be like super symmetrical. I think people get like too obsessed with that, being like super symmetrical with their builds. It's okay to let some things go, and they'll come up here. We'll tie in that stair there, and what you can do, maybe just add a little stair here, give it a little bit of extra detail there. You can even put like a wall here or something, put a torch, but I'm gonna go ahead and just leave a stair right there. It looks fine just like that. Now we'll do stair, do a block, then a stair, and this is gonna be a double stair again, and then we'll do a stair, a block, and a stair, and then one more stair to finish it off. So like I said, on the inside, it's not too crazy. It's functional, gives you a walkable path up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish this over here real quick. If I run into any problems, I'll let you guys know. So I started placing some of these blocks to finish out the walkway, and I did notice a little problem. One problem is there's too big of a gap right here. So I've turned this stair. It was originally like this, and I just turned it inwards like that. So that gives us a little bit of a smaller gap here. And then over here, you can see that there's a pretty massive gap, even though I turned this one. So all I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna place a full block here, and then I'm gonna place another block right here to finish off our little walkway. And to finish off the transition, I'm actually just gonna put a slab here, make a quick little level change there, and we'll try to finish the rest of this out. So again, all I'm gonna do is line this around here like this, really quickly. The level change is going to be a little bit different, but it's not going to be too crazy. It's just going to be like that. And we'll come around here, break that one. Remember, you don't want this to be a full 90. You just want to kind of cut it off there at a little bit of a diagonal. Bring it all the way around like so, and bring it all the way up. And then we'll come through, we'll do every other block. See, right here's where it's getting me. I'm going to mirror this one. I'm going to put a block here. That one's already at the height we need it at. So I'm just going to put a block here. I'm going to continue on, and that gives us the right amount of spacing there. I'm going to mess this up really quickly. So right here, we're going to start off with a stair. I'm going to do a block and then a stair. We'll do a stair, and then this is going to be a 2-stair right here. So we're going to do stair and a stair. We're going to want a block and then a stair, stair, and this is going to be a double stair again. So stair, stair, block, stair, do a stair, do a block, do a stair, do a stair. This is a double stair here. Do a block, do a stair, do a stair, a block, and then a stair. Do another stair, and yet again with a double stair here. Another block, another stair, stair, block, stair, and here. Now we're up to the transition point. So we can place a stair here like that, and that actually doesn't look too bad. And then this one's going to be a double stair. So let's do something like this. And then we just move on to the block and stair pattern, I guess we kept going on. Yeah, that seems to work just fine. And then to finish it off with a block and one last stair. So yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the little stairs on the ends here just to tie it in a little bit more. And there you go. That's the interior portion of the wall. You can add pillars down here if you would really like to, just something quick and easy. So just, it could be something like this, really fast, really simple. If you want a little bit more decoration in some areas, being that this is a 5 wide, you can even add the little pillar here like this with your stair. So if you just want to add a little bit more extra detail, that's what you could do. I'm not going to do that right now. What I probably will do is leave this section open. I'm going to finish out building a wall around this entire area. I'm going to set up a few spots here where I want to place some towers, and I know I want the main keep here on top of the hill. I'm really looking forward to finishing out the rest of this castle series. I hope you guys are too. I think that's going to about wrap this one up though. If you like this tutorial, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. If you're brand new, please consider subscribing. Really does go a long way to help out my channel, and it lets me know you guys want more of these tutorials. See you all next time on How Do You Build That.